Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from Interest.co.nz and welcome to a special report brought to you in association with the Bank of New Zealand. This is where we take 10 charts for 2010 and have a good old look at them because we love charts here at Interest.co.nz. Now this is a chart showing household savings. It looks at the equity injection as a percentage of household disposable income. When we talk about equity injection, what we're talking about is households repaying debt faster than they otherwise would. Perhaps when they sell a house, instead of taking on more debt, they take on less debt and therefore repay some of it. Or when they're withdrawing equity from their houses, we all know how that works. You can take money out of your house and spend it, cars, boats, flat screen TVs, that sort of thing. Or when you sell your house, you take some cash out. Now, looking back over the last 20 years or so, you can see that we, on the whole, we're up and down a bit, but on the whole we weren't injecting too much or withdrawing too much from our households until we got to 2003, the beginning of the property boom, and then we really went ballistic. We went to town, but withdrawing equity from our houses at a great rate, at a rate of about 6 to 7% of disposable income from between 2004, you can see here, down to about 2008. And then of course the global financial crisis hit, house prices stopped rising, and people realised they couldn't withdraw more equity out of their houses because the value of that equity wasn't rising. And that's what we've seen over 2008 and 2009. People have actually been putting equity back into their houses in a couple of ways. For example, when they buy a new house, they may buy it at a cheaper price and use the extra money to repay debt. Or people may be paying off their mortgage at the same rate they were paying when interest rates are 10%, but now at 6%, so they're effectively repaying the mortgage early. And you can see through 2008 and 2009 it really spiked up to about 4% of disposable income. So that shows something's happening there. Interestingly though, it started to drop off again through late 2009 into early 2010 as New Zealanders got back onto the spending wagon a little bit at least. The question for 2010 and 2011 is, will New Zealanders continue to repay some of their mortgages? And you can see here from the size of that equity withdrawal from 2004 to 2009, we have a long way to go. We have to pump an awful lot of equity back into our houses, particularly given that the house prices aren't rising and in some places they're actually falling. So that's the tough thing for the economy. How do we continue to grow when people are saving money rather than spending it? I'm Bernard Hickey. That was another in our series of the top 10 charts for 2010, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand.